Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to the online teaching academy Ekalaiva, class 10 Social Science. So far we have been discussing about money in credit. So in the previous session you have learnt about the double coincidence of want and about the modern forms of currency and then about the demand deposits and check. So today we are going to see the topics such as the loan activities of bank and two different credit situation and about terms of credit. Okay. So as we discussed earlier that the people save their money, people save their extra money with the bank by opening the bank account, right? So, what do banks do with the deposits? Okay, so the banks keeps only a smaller portion of their deposits as cash with themselves. Okay, listen, your children. So the people who have extra money, they will deposit their money with the bank by opening the bank account. In return, they'll get some interest, isn't it? So, what do banks do with the deposit? So, they will use that deposits uh, for lending loan to the people. Okay. So, we are going to deal with the loan activities of bank now. So, first of all, the bank keep only a small proportion of their deposits as cash with themselves. So listen here. So bank keeps only a small proportion, that is 15 percentage of their deposit as cash with themselves. So bank keeps only 15 percentage of their deposits as cash with themselves. Why? Because to pay the depositors when they come for withdrawing their money. Okay, so the banks keep only 15% of the deposits as cash with them to pay the depositors, whomever coming to the bank and withdrawing the amount. Okay, so the bank use rest of the amount. Okay, the bank use a major portion of the deposits to extend the loan activities. So only 15% they are retaining with them, and that amount will be used to pay the depositor whomever coming to the bank and withdrawing their amount. Okay, but the major portion of the deposits are used to extend loan to the people. So, in this way, the banks mediate between those who have surplus money and those who are in need of money. So, listen, your children, people who have extra cash, they will deposit money in the bank, isn't it? So, and people who are in need of money, they will borrow money from the bank, they'll get loan from the bank. So, in this way, the bank plays a mediator role between the people who have surplus of money and people who are in need of money. Okay, but what they are charged from the borrowers and what is paid to the depositors, that is the main source of income for the bank. So for example, if I say that the people who borrowed money, they have to pay the principal amount with some interest rate. If we keep that, the borrower have to pay the principal amount with 9 percentage of interest to the bank, but the bank will offer only what is that, only 2% to the depositors as a interest. So what is the difference between what they are getting from the borrower and what they are offering to the depositor? So in this way, the 9 minus 2, it comes 7 percentage. So this 7 percentage is the main source of income for the bank. Okay, so this is how the bank mediate between those who have surplus of money and those who are in need of money. So what is the main source of income, children? So the main source of income is what is what the bank is charged from the borrower and what is paid to the depositor, that is the main source of income, because some difference is there between the amount charged from the borrower and amount paid to the depositor. So that difference is the main source of income of the bank. And also we are going to yeah, just this is what I explained now. So the bank charge higher interest rate on the loans. For example, if we take 9%, okay, then what they offers on the deposits, okay. So the bank charge higher rate interest rate on loans. But the difference between what is charged from the borrowers and what is paid to the depositor is the main source of income. Okay. And now we are going to learn about the credit. Okay. So far we learned about the money and the different forms of money, how people save their money in another form. So all these things we have learned. And now we are stepping into the concept that credit. Okay. So what is this credit? So it is also called as loan. Okay. So this credit refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with the money or goods or service in return for the promise of future payment. Okay. So listen here. So the credit means the lender supplies the borrower with money, or sometimes it may be the goods or service in return for the promise of future payment. So the borrower will get the money, but they will return it for the promise to pay it in future. Okay, this is what we call as credit or loan. And now we are going to step into the two different credit situation. Okay, now listen here. The first situation is about the festival season. So here we are going to see a story of Salim, and after that we are going to see a story of Swapna. Okay, so it is a festival season, children. So in it is a festival season. The 2 months from now, and the shoe manufacturer Salim has received the order. So Salim has received the order from the large trader in the town for 3,000 pairs of shoes to be delivered in a month. Okay, so here what is the story? The Salim has received the order from the large trader in the town, and he ordered 3,000 pairs of shoes to be ready within a month. So he placed the order to the Salim. So to complete the production on time, Salim has to hire a few more workers for the stitching and pasting work, and he has to purchase the raw material to meet the ongoing expenses. So to meet the ongoing expenses, the Salim obtained loan from the two sources. So he is obtaining loan, he is obtaining credit from the two sources. So what are those two sources? The first one is he asked the leather supplier to supply leather now and promised to pay him later. Okay, that is what just now we learned about the credit. So credit means that is the lender supply the borrower with money or the good or sometimes the service in return for the promise of future payment. So the Salim is also asking the leather supplier to supply the leather now, and he is promising the leather supplier that he will pay him later. Okay, and then the next one, he obtained loan in cash from the large trader as advance payment for 1,000 pairs of shoes. Okay, so he is getting the another credit from the large trader itself, and he is getting advance for 1,000 pairs of shoes with a promise to deliver the whole order by the end of the month. Okay, so Salim obtained the credit from the two sources. One is from the leather supplier and another one from the large trader itself. Okay, so in this situation, this credit helps the Salim to meet the ongoing expenses of production and complete the production on time also. So hence the credit ends, the Salim increases his earning. So he gained more profit out of this. So in this situation, the credit plays a positive and vital role. Okay, so in this situation, in the Salim story, the credit plays a vital and positive role. And now we are going to look at one more situation, one more credit situation of Swapna. So we are going to learn a story of Swapna. So Swapna is a small farmer. Yeah, she's a small farmer. She grows groundnut on her 3 acres of land, and she takes loan from the money lender to meet the expenses of the cultivation, and hoping that her harvest would help to repay the loan. So as Swapna is a small farmer, he usually obtaining a loan from the money lender itself because they can't able to arrange capital by their own. So she used to get money from the money lender for the cultivation purpose. And she also hoped that she will repay the loan after the harvest. Okay. But what happened? The midway, the crops failed. Okay, the midway the crops failed, and she was unable to repay the loan which she borrowed from the money lender. So she caught in debt trap over the years, and the amount it became larger. Okay, the amount she bought from the money lender, no, that increased a lot. The next year, the Swapna takes a fresh loan from the same money lender, but this time it is a normal crop, and but the earning are not enough to cover the old loan. So this time Swapna cultivated a normal crop, but he could able to earn good, but that is not enough to cover the old loan which she borrowed from the money lender. So finally she caught in debt trap, and to repay the loan amount she has to sell a part of the land to repay to pay off the debt. Okay, so this is another credit situation, and in this situation, no, the credit uh, the credit proves that the recovery is very very painful. So here in Swapna case, the credit plays a negative role. Okay, so from above to a credit situation. In one situation, the credit helps the borrower to increase his earning, and therefore the person is better than before. But in another situation, okay, in another situation like Swapna's story, the credit pushes the borrower into a debt trap. And of course, the Swapna can't able to repay the loan, and she has to sell a part of the land to the money lender to pay the debt. Okay, so this is what about the positive and negative role of the credit. Okay, so so the listen here. So the credit, the which the person borrow, no, it depends on the risk. So because usually the agriculturalist will get loan from the money lender or the trader or whatever, whomever may be. Uh, the credit situation for the agriculturalist, no, it depends on the success of the crop. So if it is failed, they can't able to repay it. So it depends on the risk of the crop. Okay. And now we are going to step into a new concept, that is the terms of credit. So initially we are going to look at about the collateral. Okay. So what is this collateral? It is nothing but uh, it is nothing but security. So collateral means it's nothing but security. As we know very well, every loan agreement and interest rate. So the borrower uh, will have to repay the initial amount with some interest rate only. So usually the lender will give the money to the borrower with some interest rate. It may be a 5% interest or 3% interest. So whatever may be, every loan agreement has some interest rate which the borrower must to pay the lender along with the repayment to the principal amount. So the borrower have to pay the principal amount along with the interest rate. Okay, okay, but while lending, the borrower will also ask some other thing, that is what we called as collateral. So collateral is nothing but the security. So the lender may demand the collateral against the loan from the borrower. Okay. So what is collateral, children? Listen. It is an asset or the property that the borrowers own. So collateral is nothing but it is a property or the asset that owns, okay, that owns by a borrower, such as it may be the vehicle or the livestock or the building or the land or the deposits with bank. So the collateral is an asset that the borrowers own and uses this as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. So listen here, as I told, every loan agreement has some interest rate. The borrower have to repay the principal amount with the interest rate only. But apart from this, the lender may ask the borrower to give some collateral to give the security. Why the lenders are asking the collateral while lending? Because if the borrowers fail to repay, if the borrower fail to repay the loan, then the lender has all the rights to sell the asset or the collateral to obtain the loan payment. Okay, so listen here, why the lenders are asking collateral while lending? Because if the borrowers fail to repay after getting loan, the borrower may be in a situation that they can't able to repay it. Means in that situation the lender has the right to sell the property, sell the collateral to obtain the loan amount. So it may be the property may be in the form of the land titles or deposits with bank or livestock. So these are all the common examples of the collateral, right? And now we are going to look at about the terms of credit. So if you read this house loan, your house loan, you will come to know very clearly about the terms of credit. So let us see this one. Okay. So Megha has taken a loan of 5 lakhs from a bank to purchase a house. So it is a housing loan. So this the she purchased Meha purchased a house. For that she obtained loan from the bank rupees 5 lakhs. Okay, and the annual interest rate on the loan is 12%. So what is the interest rate, children? The 12% per annum. Okay, so this loan has to be repaid in 10 years. Okay, it has to repay it in 10 years, and it is a monthly installment. So monthly she has to pay some amount to repay the loan. Okay, so Meha had to submit the bank the document showing her employment records and salary before the bank agreed to give her loan. So to get a loan, to avail loan from the bank, she has to submit some document. What is the document? That is the employment record and the salary record. Okay, and then the bank retained as collateral the papers of the new house, and which will be returned to Meha only when she repay the entire loan with interest. So what is the collateral here? The papers of the new house as a collateral. It is a collateral here. Okay. So now let us fill up these things, ma'am. What is the loan amount here? It is 5 lakhs, right? And what is the duration of the loan? The duration of the loan is about 10 years. So within the 10 in the 10 years she has to repay it. And what is the document required here? What is the document? Employment records and the salary record is required before she obtained loan from the bank. And what is the interest rate? 12% per annum. What is the mode of payment? Monthly payment. And what is the collateral here? The papers of the new house. Okay. And this paper of the new house will be written to Meha when she completed the full loan with interest. Okay. So this is what about the housing loan. And now we will come to this point, that is terms of credit. So what is this terms of credit? Okay, interest rate, collateral, documentation requirement, and the mode of payment comprised together, we call it as a terms of credit. So all these things, no, that together it is called as terms of credit. That is interest rate, collateral, documentation requirement, record. All these things together we call as terms of credit. Okay. So, yeah, it is a time for ending up this session, children. So today you have learnt about what is that, the two different credit situation, and also you have learnt about the loan activities of bank, and then about the terms of credit and collateral. So we will see the remaining part of the lesson in the next session, children. To receive our online lesson, press subscribe button and you will get the latest notification. Thank you, children.